Hey guys, Konosuba Gaming here. Not with a normal regular video, but with kind of hybrid mixed bag banger video here. Because 800 day celebration is here, or how we know it from JP, 2.5 anniversary. I know it's not 2.5 here in global, since, you know, thanks to collab delay, stuff got changed around, but it's still here. It's still the same kind of banner, still the same kind of event, and I am hyped for it. I am so hyped. In today's video, we are not only just doing a banner guide, we also going through the update notice and also giving you some quick infos about the whole event in general, from stuff that I remember, just to prepare you all for all the stuff that's coming up. Also, one quick info before we start here. I'm streaming today, tomorrow, whenever you watch this video, live at twitch.tv/KatsumaGaming or here at youtube.com/@KatsumaGaming at around 4 p.m. UTC +1 or MEC time, so German time pretty much. And we're not only going to summon on this legendary adventure festival Let's Groove Explosion Goddess Lalatina banner, we're also summoning on the new JP banner, which will have Neko Maiden, so Cat Shrine Maiden, Mel, and Cielo. And will be really fun, will be a really good stream, hopefully, and should be a rather cool stream. So yeah, if you want to check it out, you can go to my YouTube channel right now to the live stream tab and see the video there is planned, so, or like the stream is planned, so you can just click there on reminders. You should get a ping. Otherwise, of course, feel free to join my Discord, link is also down below, and you will get a ping there when I'm live. So hope see you all there. With that out of the way, let's finally jump into the banner guide for these three beautiful units. We have Aqua, Goddess Rapper, we have Darkness, Masochism Rapper, and of course, Lia, Legendary Adventurer. Here a quick info for all of you newer people or freshly started Konosuba fantasticdays player, to avoid a little bit of confusion here. There's a term called FES, and FES is short for festival. Festival banners are a typical thing in gacha banners, which are like recurring big banners with like really strong, really powerful units, and that's just the legendary adventures here in Konosuba fantasticdays. So whenever I say FES or festival, it pretty much just means legendary adventure, but it's just way shorter to say, so we tend to say FES. Let's go to my beautiful Encyclopedia. By the way, if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. It's for free. You can get all the information there. If you have any questions, you can always ask me when I'm live or just comment down below. Also, you can participate in the doc. Just let me know. I gladly have more people helping out with implementing a lot of cool new stuff, tabs and everything. So yeah, let's start off with the first unit, which will be a yay and a nay at the same time, because it's Rapper Aqua. Let's take a quick look here at the kit and then I explain some stuff about her. First up, of course, these are limited units. She has a physical attack passive trait and a normal basic, so nothing crazy there. First skill also seems pretty normal, single target physical attack skill with up to 207% damage if you're above 70% HP, and also 20% party gauge charge, which is great to have. 21 seconds is a rather long side on cooldowns, but it's fine. Second skill though, it's a heal, so a non-damaging skill that gives you a party continuous heal for 10 seconds, aka 3 instances of healing. And it also has a second part, that is, it consumes gauge 50% to be more exact, and apply a tier 2 fire damage buff to the whole team. This is probably the first time we actually get a tier 2 team buff. Well, to be honest, this is kind of like a more expensive skill to use because it consumes gauge, so it makes sense to be a little bit stronger. 14-second duration, which is actually pretty good on a 20-second duration cooldown. Here we come to a little bit of a problematic. I'm not going to talk about the part 2 units here, but you pretty much know that one of them will be Fast Erika, and Fast Erika already has a self tier 1 fire damage boost, so that out of the way, best fire unit doesn't need the buff for Aqua. She has no other team stuff that you need, like restret, like speed and everything like that, no CDR, so she just doesn't have that much team utility. She also doesn't have that much damage because pretty much only one damaging skill. She probably won't even get her ulti off thanks to the gauge consumption, and even if she does, it's just more heal and tier 3 defense down. It's not the greatest, to be honest, so yeah, she's just kind of lacking a place in fire. You can actually use her for some cheese strats by keeping her level 1, run her with no artifacts, with no subs and everything like that, go into the battle, get your gauge up off, maybe even get your second skill off to after like wave 2 or wave 3 to, you know, give your team a heal, give your team a tier 2 fire damage buff before she hopefully dies to the boss by like, you know, getting AoE hit or having it in front, whatever. And then your other units can come in and you have 2 units that can self-heal for 10 seconds and have a tier 2 fire damage bonus for 14 seconds plus bonus gauge so they can just ult. Like, the cheese strat is actually pretty good here and might be the best use case for her. But of course, she still looks great. I think it's like one of the best looking Aquas. She's actually in an emote that you can use on both Twitch and YouTube if you are a Twitch sub and a YouTube member respectively. By the way, become a YouTube membership. The cheapest option is literally 99 cents and you can use all the emotes. It's great. I highly recommend it. Or if you want to support me more, go for higher stuff. I appreciate all the support. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Aqua. Not meta good, but her drip, her outfit, it's 10 out of 10. Just for that I want to recommend it, but for power wise I sadly can't. Second unit is Darkness. Physical attack passive trait with a normal basic that gives you a tier 2 physical attack buff, which, you know, is great for self buffing if you don't have another physical attack buffer in your team. First skill is a random hit, so 2 instances of it, 185% damage, with a self gauge charge of 20% on a 21-second cooldown. Second skill, single target physical attack, up to 205% damage if you're above 70% HP, and 8-second CDR for your team. So pretty much that means both of Darkness skills actually only have a 13-second cooldown, which is pretty good. Like, if your Darkness comes in as a slot 4 unit to just get her ulti off, provide CDR, use the double hit, she can do a lot of damage. She's actually really great and might actually be meta for quite a bit in Fire, at least as a slot 4 unit. She has no other team buffs besides the CDR, so she will fall off rather sooner than later, but she's still a great unit to have that you hopefully get while you're going for the big one, which will of course be Lia. And the sentence here, number 1, 2 in Water Element, good sub as well, pretty much summarize up. Let's take a quick look. First up, team passive trait, it's chef's kiss. One of the reasons why Fast Aqua is so good, especially as a sub, is because of a team passive trait, because she not only provides 15% gauge full rate, but also 5% physical attack buff. These are the best subs that you can have in the game, hands down. You always at least want to use 1 or 2 of those, and having another one for physical teams is great. Just with that, she already has a really high value, and then she has a pretty good kit as well, even though it might look mediocre at first. She has a basic that gives 5% gauge to your whole team, and it's of course water, since she's a fast unit. Her first skill is a 2x random physical attack skill that deals 175 times 2 damage and gives your team a whopping 10% party gauge on a 21-second cooldown. Second skill is an AoE skill, 129% damage with a party tier 1 fire damage cut for 10 seconds and a 20-second cooldown. And here I want to give you a quick, how do I say it? I want to give you an idea how you actually can use this Lia. There are 2 use cases or 2 ways you want to play her, depending on how much damage the enemy does. If you need the fire damage cut, then you're just going to use skill 1, skill 2, maybe a basic if needed, use your ulti, rinse and repeat. If you don't need the fire damage cut, there's actually a pretty cool strat that you can do thanks to her passive and all the gauge that she can self-give. Plus, of course, you bonus you get from Lisa, and in the future you get a union as well. With that, you can actually run a really cool strat of using a first skill, the double hit, then using a basic, and wait a little bit. You should potentially get hit 1 or twice in that time. If you go with like Fast Aqua as a sub and maybe the Freestyle Lia full gauge up, the gauge up earring, you should actually, I think, get enough gauge to just use your ulti, and then you can just do the same. The cool part about that is the 5% gauge charge is of course for your whole team, so this allows you Cecily to get your ulti off on time again and keep the buffs up, your Lisa to keep the ultis up and the buffs up and stuff like that. Like, the 5% gauge charge actually matters, especially with how much focus we actually have on gauge up earrings and gauge up supports on auto members as well. Like, this stacks up a lot and is actually really fun to use and cool. There are actually videos on my YouTube channel where I did that, so if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. I think for the first boss where we actually use her, it might be the one where the enemy does a lot of damage and you really want to have Lia there for the fire damage cut, but in the future arenas, keep that in mind because that's a valid strat that you can actually use to play her out. Now we come to the big part, do I recommend summoning on this banner, and it's hard. The banner is great. The banner is great. Darkness is great unit. Lia is a must-have, to be honest. You really should have her if you want to compete in water. Aqua is sadly meh, but she looks great. The big problem here is we of course having the part 2 banner after with Erika and Cielo as fast units. We will having one fill-up banner, and then we also get Forbidden Fast Aqua. So that's like 3 big banners that you want to pull on, and it really depends on your preferences. If you don't have a good water team, you don't care about water arena, maybe just wait for part 2. Maybe just do daily single pulls and see how your part 2 banner goes, and then you can still pull on part 1 banner or save for Forbidden Fast Aqua. I can't give you a defined answer. It really depends on how much quads you have, what units you have, what teams you have, how hard you actually want to compete. If you just go for waifu, the options should be the answer should be pretty obvious. But if you want to go for meta, I think getting this Lia is worth it, and you should try to grab her if you don't drop too low in your quartz that you would worst case skip the other units. There are actually a lot of bundles coming up and a lot of cool banners that I will talk about after we're done here with the banner guide in the same video, so stay tuned for that, and that hopefully may be something that you want to grab. I might even just do that, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's hard to recommend, but I still hope this helps you out. And with that out of the way, let's jump back into the Discord to talk about all the updates, and after that, again, we're talking about the event and all the cool stuff that will come with it. Okay, let's jump here to the patch notes. First event will be the reassemble the save proclaimed legendary unit. Megumin from the Rapper Trio will be the welfare, and she's actually great to have. She will have a debuff block, so kind of has the same role as Mysterious Adventurer Megumin, so the second Ani Megumin, just no CDR, so little bit worse team provide, but like damage block plus ulti still exists, so she's a great option there to use. We will get 3 pulls, which is great to have. I mean, more shots and everything like that. There will also be a medal exchange. I will probably tomorrow in my live stream go through the exchange shop to recommend what stuff you should grab, but I think there will be a 4-star ticket, which is great. Skill potion, weapon crystals. Probably with the part 2 update they will extend the exchange shop. There should probably also be the elemental crystals for the earrings and stuff like that. Honey cake for bond food and stuff like that. There will be a lot of cool stuff in there, so keep an eye for that. Then of course we will get a lot of cool events. The first one will be main free event and Fame Quest triple EXP, so helping all the people who are not level 250 yet, aka probably a lot, to get more closer there, and also free double quest treasure drops. So you know, with all the new units, more stuff to upgrade them is great. We will have panel missions part 1. There will actually be a list later where you can see them, so we're just going here. There will be the Lalatina reassemble support present part 1, which will be a login campaign only for like, I think 2 days are in there, but both of them are like 2,500 quartz, so 5,000 quartz for free with the part 1. There will be a part 2 as well, so that's great to have. Second event for the part 2 with Cielo and Erika should be Troll Attack. The center is mine with a welfare Kazuma. Nothing too crazy about him. I don't even remember him, so it's a Kazuma, you know, I'll take it. Main quest double treasure drop and Fame Quest half stamina campaign. This is the big one here. Mark this down. Mark this down. I don't know if you hate or like Fame Quest, but if you want to compete, you should grind your units in Fame Quest and save some stamina for that, because this is so good. This feels so great. Yes, you will take even more time to grinding Fame Quest, but just needing half the resources just makes everything less painful and just more enjoyable in general. I mean, this just means that instead of 120 stamina for 6 rounds, you just need 60, and I recommend having like 100, 150 stamina left for this time period to just grind the F out of it, to push your units as much as you can, maybe try to get more gold trades or whatever. Mark this down. It's you don't want to skip that. It's so good. Trust me. You will love it even more in the future. Then we have, of course, Festival Panel Mission Part 2 for the Part 2 banner. Again, reassemble support press in Part 2, so I think another 5,000 quads for free. Login bonus Part 2. We don't know what's in there yet, but we know for Part 1. Then, the last event of November will be Elite Bounty Hunt Bloodfang with a welfare win. And yes, she has cat ears. Yes, there will be a new Live 2D model for her that you can get for free. If they don't have the bug that we had in JP, and it will drop later, but it should be out. Double affinity points, great to have. It's always nice to push the units even more easy, especially for people who are struggling in that regard. We will also get a panel mission Part 3, so expect a lot of free goods. Recruits, we just talked about the main banner. There will be, of course, a paid banner, and there will be some really cool banners as well. The first one is the special Legendary Festival Special Character Guaranteed Recruit ticket, including 1 4-star Guaranteed Recruit Part 1. The name is long, but pretty much what this means is you do a multi on a banner that has potentially raid on fast units. After that, you will get a ticket in your inbox that you can collect, and with that ticket you can pull on a separate banner and get one of these fast units guaranteed. So you will 100% get a fast unit with that ticket. That's guaranteed. There are actually higher rate in the multi as well, so even just with the general multi you have a chance to get a fast unit, and with the ticket you just get potential another one on top for free. But worst case, this will be one fast unit for I think 3,000 quartz or so, which is great. I mean, if you're missing one of those units, I mean, you're probably missing Lia, but if you miss another one, this is great. Otherwise, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 in 7 chance to get a new unit if you're only missing Lia, which is still above the 1% on the normal banner, or maybe even lower chance for her. So, you know, if you have the money, if you want to wait for that, that's actually pretty cool. And that's not the only ticket part banner we'll talk about in a second. There's also an Encore Recruit Part 1. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I know there will be a special multi where you get a special animation. So this might just be a free multi because there are no special festival characters in there. So I think this is just a free multi banner with the cool animation. Then we get a celebration selection ticket, including 1 4-star guaranteed recruit. So another multi that you need to do with a 4-star guaranteed, where you get a ticket later. And we talk about the selection ticket in a second, because there should be a list in another tab with all the units in there. And there's also a special character selection ticket multi, so kind of thing us up there, but this ticket will include limited units, and again, these are selection tickets, so you can choose which unit you wanna get there. There will be a free recruit multi as well for tickets that you get from login campaign and event and stuff like that, potentially also from the coin exchange. Then we will get re-release banners Part 1 with Darkness, Wiz, Chris, Iris, Cecily. So if you're missing all the fast units, there's a chance. There will also be a Part 2 later down the line, trust me. Special recruits, aka the 2K multis. Cielo will have a birthday with banners. Then we have the Part 2 banner with Erika and Cielo. Again, 2K multis. Here's another guaranteed recruit ticket with the other units in there. So 2 out of 7 chance to get a new unit if you have all the older fast units. Great, I probably do that one, not gonna lie. I think I might just buy that one. More free pulls from the Encore. More re-release, as I just said, with the other units that you're potentially missing. 2K multis. Another selection recruit multi. And then last but not least, the last banner in November will be the Devil's Business Recruit with Dark Veneer. TLDR here, he's bad, don't need him, he's a permanent unit, he's not limited, so just skip him. Megumin's birthday stuff, and last but not least, we get new bundles. And I know a lot of people here are free to play, and that's totally fine, but for the whales out here, keep an eye out for those, because we get some really banger bundles. I'm not really talking about those, these are still pretty good, but I think they're pretty normal. The cool thing is actually we are getting Quest Booster and Adventurer Ranks packs back. If you know them, they were just stuff to get more quartz, and they are great value-wise. Like, just take that, from level 91 to 110, so 20 levels, you pay 32 bucks, you get 5,000 paid quartz and 900 quartz for free per each rank up. So that's 20 ranks up, so 20 times 900, so 1,800 quartz plus 5,000, sorry, 18,000 quartz plus 5,000. That's 24,000 quartz for 32 bucks. That's great. Here even more, you get 1,000 per level, so that's 20,000, 25,000 for 32. So like these are like less than 150 per 1,000 quartz in dollars, which is great to have if my math checks out. More special bundles that give you crystallites if you need them. I don't really think you want to need them or should buy them, but if you're a new player and you have the money, sure, go for it. Why not? Let's see if that was the right tab. So yeah, here we have some information. We have global missions, so there will be a total boss defeats for everyone with guaranteed recruit ticket, category reliefs, assist recruit tickets and stuff like that, which is great. No info on the medal exchange. We got a special episode that you can watch that will give you 300 quartz, 100 honey cake, and story rod. I'm not sure what that is. We have the recruit login bonus. So again, this is like one multi per day that you can do where you get a ticket. So this is login bonus. Here are the panel missions for part 1 mission. We get stamina beef, honey cake, medals, skip tickets, skill potion, more medals, adventure potential, which is great, honey cake, more medals, and a weapon selection ticket. Part 1 login bonus, guaranteed 4-star ticket, more medals, more upgrade stuff, more anniversary cake, more skill potions. This is just great. It's a lot of free stuff. Again, here's the reassemble support present with 2 times 2,500 quartz. So another 5,000 quartz just for free. And now let's go to the recruit part for the selection tickets. There it is. So the normal selection ticket includes all the units from all the OGs down up until Casino Melissa and Vanir. So if you are missing Casino Melissa for the 3% physical attack boost, or if you missing the 4-star Melissa for the wind damage bonus, or any other normal unit that has some kind of buff, this is great to have. Feel free to actually do that. I don't think it's a bad idea if you get a really strong unit out of there, or just a unit that you really want to. And here is the list for the limited units. We have pretty much the bikini units part 1, like from the first time we had bikini units, the first Halloween event, the first Christmas event. We actually get the New Year's event, Valentine's event. These two are cool. These are the first Ani units. So Singer Kazuma, Rashford Wind Kazuma's great unit to have. Unions, Studio Sister, so Electro Union is out there, which is also great to have, especially with no Raygun inside. There are a lot of good limited pickups in here. I'm not really talking about those, but like, you know, the Union, the Kazuma, those are great. Heck, even Cecily, to be honest, is great as a pickup, just as a sub for Fast Cecily if we have her. But yeah, I think this should be all the info we actually get from Cecisoft here. If you want to check them out yourself, of course, join the official Discord. Link is in my Encyclopedia for that. So you're always up to date, or just watch my update guides where I go through everything. That's right, I'll do that. I will post more updates and guides about this event probably tomorrow when I actually played the event and remembered what everything is there. As I said before, free pulls. We have global milestones to defeat the boss. We will have a new app icon. We have a new UI. We have the exchange shop. I think that's like pretty much everything special here. Sadly, no cool secret boss or like that. But we have one more cool thing that I actually want to show off. So for both part 1 and part 2, SumSap decided to make it special. And for part 1, we will get a special login animation. For that one banner, as I said, there will be a special pull animation. And there is a whole music video. You might remember the song if you watched my outro or were on the stream before, or if you just watched the JP content. This is not new, so you can just watch it. It's great. I love it. Again, it's part of my outro, so it makes sense. But yeah, without further ado, let's switch over to the video and just listen to the song. And again, I want to emphasize that here. This will be both the login animation. This will play kinda when you do the special pulls on the special banner, and the whole UI theming and everything like that will be based on that. And for part 2 we get something like that as well. So this will be a really fun event. Again, after this video will be done as well. If you liked it, remember to like, subscribe, follow for more content, watch the live stream tomorrow, make sure you don't miss it out. It will be a fun time, it will be great. I hope I did some timestamps and everything like that. I hope this time my audio get recorded, because this is actually my second attempt on this video. But yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow, and now enjoy the video. Because I think I forgot it. All fast units are in the meta units on element tier. Darkness is in the strong units tier, and Aqua is in the good unit if you're liking meta units tier. Same with the Vanir. That's it. Bye guys.